And guys, we move on to some sports news. There's free agency madness in the NBA. Big money and big moves impacting the entire league. And the headline, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are both headed to Brooklyn to join the Nets. So that's great news for the Nets fans. Not so great for New York's other team, the Knicks. So I want to check in on one of our huge Knicks fan and a friend of our show, Stephen A. Smith. He's having a rough morning.
Needed a few minutes to gather my composure. Somehow, some way, I'm just trying to hold it together, you know. Lifelong Knicks fan. Years of mediocrity. I thought this was going to be it at least weeks ago. And then, you know, when I was doing First Take, and we were in Oakland, and I got word about Kyrie in Brooklyn, realizing that meant KD in Brooklyn, realizing that the New York Knicks were going to go without anything. $70 million in cap space. Porzingis gone. Porzingis can't be gone. And we don't get KD, and we don't get Durant, and Kyrie, rather. No way. This can't happen. This can't happen. But it happened.
It happened, and I'm happy, Stephen, that you're processing your feelings, because that's the first step. We want you to be okay. So for more, I want to bring in Tim Bontemps. He's an NBA writer at ESPN. Tim, break this down for us. How big is this for Brooklyn and the league?
It's a really big deal for the league, Kimberly. When you look at Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, two of the biggest stars in the league, going to the Brooklyn Nets, a team that really has always been kind of the redheaded stepchild in this city. You know, the Knicks, despite the fact they haven't been a successful team, have always been the huge brand here, the team that everybody expected to get the star players. For the Nets, a team in Brooklyn, a team with a brand new arena, with a cool young team that made the playoffs last year, to add two stars like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, even though Kyrie had his issues in Boston last year, and Kevin is coming off a torn Achilles suffered in the NBA Finals. Still a huge moment for both the Nets and the league, and really sets a new power system here in New York, where the Nets have to be looked at as the team to beat going forward.
Yeah, and where does this leave the Knicks? Because obviously this is a huge disappointment, as you say.
Well, the thing is, for the Knicks overall, the last 24 hours really haven't been that bad for them, strictly from a basketball standpoint. Yes, they didn't get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, but they did go out and pivot in free agency and sign several players to 2-year contracts, guys that can give them depth, can give them shooting, and can kind of start to build an actual roster around some of the young players they have, including R.J. Barrett, who they drafted 3rd overall in the draft last month. Ironically, the Knicks need to take the same path that the Nets did over the past few years. 3 years ago, the Nets had no draft picks, they had no young players, they had no hope for the future. And they slowly and methodically built their team up to a point where star players like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant wanted to come here. And now the Knicks obviously have to start over and do the same thing if they want to have this similar kind of success a couple years down the road.
Okay, and let's talk about Kawhi Leonard really quick. Is he headed to L.A.?
Well, that's the biggest question left in free agency. So many guys have already signed. Kawhi Leonard is the one star still left out there. It's really come down to 3 teams. The Toronto Raptors, who we won a title with last month, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Los Angeles Clippers. At this point, no one's really sure what he's going to do. No one's really sure when he's going to make his decision. But that decision, and obviously with LeBron James and Anthony Davis already with the Lakers, if he decides to go there, that would clearly be the title favorite in the NBA next season.
All right, Tim Bontemps with ESPN. Thanks for joining us with the details. We appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.